Now on CoastTV News.
Dogs Day at Dewey. Dewey Beach debates more beach time for dogs, what it means for your furry friends. Chilling coastal blast, the frigid weather continues, how this Arctic chill is impacting daily life along the coast. Festive fundraising trees. Milford Library's unique tree decorating event supports ending homelessness, how this creative initiative is bringing the community together.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
And we're taking a live look into the Rehoboth Beach area. It's getting cooler here along the coast. You can kind of almost see that cool feel in the air there.
And nobody out there for good reason.
No, they aren't.
Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with tracking of a blast of Arctic air that is set to be bringing freezing temperatures to us here along the coast.
Yeah, new tonight, people are bundling up to keep themselves warm in these frigid temps. And our Coast TV News reporter Charles Reiner joins us live in Milton, braving the elements out there. Charles, I know it's cold.
Maddie, I am out here during the evening hours almost every single day, getting on live television for our viewers at home. I can tell you today is easily the coldest day of the week so far, and it's not particularly close either. So naturally, I had to go up and down the coast today to see how people are keeping themselves warm. Unsurprisingly, a lot of people were all bundled up in their hats and jackets. Some people told me that they were trying to get their errands done as quickly as possible to get out of the cold and get somewhere warm, or maybe even get something warm to eat. And here in Milton, one person told me that he takes proper precautions before he goes out on his afternoon walks when the temperature gets cold.
Dressing for the weather. I got on 2 layers, I got gloves, I got a hat. The sun's out, can't ask for much more than that.
If you're going to be out and about tonight like me, please don't expose yourself to the cold too long if you can help it. And as always, remember to wear your hat and to wear your gloves because nobody likes cold ears or cold fingers. I'm Charles Reiner, live by Wagamon's Pond in Milton, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Charles, for doing the hard work of getting out there. Let's continue with our forecast to see if things are going to get even colder tonight and what really the next few days will look like. We're going to go live now outside as we take a look, or rather toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams.
Oh, yeah, it's cold outside. And I wanted to kind of basically paint the picture as to folks as to why Charles is not bringing hyperbole here. We were cold yesterday. Remember that? We are 14 degrees colder now than we were 24 hours ago. And yesterday was cold in and of itself. Not record breaking, but it's the kind of cold that is, because it's a dry air cold that has no forgiveness whatsoever. Temperatures, I mean, we're feeling like the 30s and really starting to feel like the 20s pretty quickly as we go throughout the rest of the morning time. I mean, this is where we're going to end up going into the late night hours, feeling like the 20s uniformly just about everywhere. Talking about dropping to 26 in Selbyville, 27 in Milton, Ellendale, and 28 in Seaford, 29 in Delmar. And if we're lucky, we'll be warm, a nice warm 30 degrees in Dewey Beach, Bethany Beach, Fenwick Island, and 31 actually in Ocean City. Now, this kind of cold is going to stick around for tomorrow morning, possibly even leaning into Saturday. But by the time we get to Saturday, we'll be a nice balmy 39 degrees by then. But the bottom line is this. We're looking for a hard freeze for Friday, still a bit on the cold side for Saturday. We're looking for stormy weather on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And guess what? We have another freeze that we picked up on our latest model run between the 5 and 6 o'clock newscast. So we're not done yet.
Got to know where those coats are, those hats and gloves. And for more weather updates, make sure to pull out those phones. Scan the QR code you see on your screen right now, our First Alert Weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
New tonight in Delaware, the House Appropriations Committee has unveiled new legislation that could change how people purchase handguns. The proposed bill would require Delawareans to complete an approved firearm training course and obtain a permit before buying a handgun. Advocates say it will improve gun safety, but in the past, opponents have said it's overreaching and unfairly targets law-abiding citizens. This bill includes exemptions for qualified law enforcement officers. And what's happening next? That bill is currently under consideration in the House. More updates are expected when the General Assembly reconvenes. That's January 9th after their recess.
And more new gun legislation also introduced today in Delaware. According to lawmakers, the bill would require retailers to keep ammunition locked up or only accessible to store employees by its assistants. Advocates say that the legislation is designed to prevent retail ammunition theft, which has been a documented issue in Delaware. The legislation imposes penalties on retailers who fail to comply with the law, with fines of $1,000 for the first offense, $5,000 for the second offense, and up to $10,000 for subsequent offenses. Now, what happens next? A committee hearing is expected to take place within 12 legislative days.
New details tonight after a crash in Sussex County. According to Delaware State Police, a 19-year-old Georgetown man was backing up in the parking lot when he struck a 36-year-old Laurel woman who was walking there. Police say she was taken to a nearby hospital for a minor leg injury. Troopers say the accident involved another car driven by a 42-year-old Georgetown man. They say the crash details are still unclear. Both cars received minor damage. Police say the 19-year-old got a ticket for inattentive driving without a valid license as well, and failure to have insurance.
Delaware State Police arrested a Seaford man for home improvement fraud. According to police, a Bridgeville man reported the fraud back in December. He reported that he hired Derek Green, the owner of Mason Construction, to build a sunroom addition. Troopers say the Bridgeville man paid over $13,000, but the work was never completed and no refund was issued. They say Green turned himself into the police later that same day. Police say he's charged with home improvement fraud over $1,500 and theft by false pretense, also over $1,500.
New in Rehoboth Beach, the trail around Grove Park is scheduled to be repaved tomorrow. The work is expected to start at 8 a.m. The city says the park will possibly remain open while work is underway. Work is expected to be done by the end of the day there in Rehoboth Beach.
Road work in Lewis has been rescheduled. DelDOT says the work on Beaver Dam Road has been changed to December 20th through the 21st. The agency says drivers can expect lane closures on Beaver Dam Road between the roundabout for Anchor Run Subdivision and Stokely Road. Lane closures will take place from 9 to 4 p.m.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m., Dewey Beach commissioners will be looking to discuss an ordinance that would amend current daily and hourly parking fees. Current rate $25, it would go up to $30. Hourly parking would go from $3 to $3.50. This is part of the town looking to make more revenue for town projects.
Also in Dewey tomorrow, plans to give dogs more time on the beach. However, there has been some confusion about when they are and are not allowed. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Dewey Beach. Elisa, the town is trying to clear all that up.
Charlie, I met with someone today who lives in Dewey Beach and loves the town because it is so dog friendly. The town says it wants to continue to be a great place to take your dog while also keeping everyone safe. In the past, the town says there has been some confusion as to when dogs are allowed on the beach, so it is looking to draft an ordinance that says people can bring their dogs when lifeguards are not on duty. The town says during peak summer hours, they do not feel it's safe to add dogs to the large crowds of people on the beach. One Dewey Beach local says she has been very confused by the rules.
Yes. I think in the past we had some time confusions because people weren't. They changed it. 1 year was 9 to 5. 1 year it's not. When the lifeguards. It just was not consistent, or we just didn't communicate well with each other when it was okay and when it wasn't.
House Lee agrees making the rules more clear will benefit everyone. Town commissioners will talk about a possible ordinance tomorrow at 3:30. In Dewey Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And this leads us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, should Dewey Beach allow dogs during more of those summer hours? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening.
Take a look at your screen. A large majority at 6 were against it, and they still are. They think 73% say do not let the dogs go on for more hours. 23% say yes, 4% want limited hours.
And these do tend to shift throughout the evening. You can go vote. You can maybe make that thing move around a little bit one way or the other at coasttvnews.com or use our Coast TV mobile app, and we're going to show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11. Dewey isn't the only place considering changing its dogs on the beach rules. The Rehoboth Board of Commissioners discussed the possibility of dogs being allowed on the beach during the summer season mornings at its meeting earlier this month. The city even recently created a poll on its city website asking people if dogs should be allowed on the beach or boardwalk during non-peak hours of the summer. Currently in Rehoboth Beach, dogs are not allowed to be on the beach or the boardwalk from May 1st all the way through September 30th. The Board of Commissioners at the meeting decided to withhold making a vote until further notice, saying they want to prioritize parking regulations first, which they are meeting about tomorrow. Now in Milford, you can go visit the new Milford Police Department. The department hosting a public open house until 8 p.m. tonight. The city says operations for the new building are expected to start on Monday. The building is located on Northeast Front Street. The new building replaced the 45-year-old existing headquarters that was located across the street.
The town of Greenwood has scheduled a Meet the Candidate night for voters to get to know their future town leaders. The town says it's happening at Greenwood Memorial VFW Auxiliary, the building you see there on your screen. The events are January 18th at 7 p.m. The town says its municipal election, though, that is January 20th. And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Something fun, a fun art initiative brought back to Milford. How students get to explore their creativity.
And we are still in the midst of Jack Frost icy grip. More on tonight's cold in a moment.
The Milford Library joins in on holiday cheer, how a long-standing tradition is giving back to the community. We're back in just 60 seconds.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
Discover your future with Sussex Tech Adult Education. We offer registered apprenticeship and health profession programs and much more, which will prepare you for everything you need to succeed in your new career, providing hands-on experience with classes taught by professionals from every industry. Sussex Tech will assist our graduates in finding their new career opportunity. To learn more about how you can earn your professional credentials that can change your life, check out Sussex Tech Adult Education online.
Your future is waiting for you at Sussex Tech Adult Education.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
'Tis the season of giving, and what better way to celebrate the holiday than with Christmas trees that give back to the community.
The Milford Library's annual Christmas tree extravaganza brings members of the community together for some friendly competition. Visitors who vote for their favorite tree with a monetary donation, they're going to be contributing to this year's recipient, the Milford Advocacy for the Homeless.
Coast TV News reporter Tori Seagraves shows us how a partnership between the nonprofit and library are helping those in need.
If you walk into the Milford Public Library, you will see a lot of seasonal decor. But if you go up to the second floor, past the bookshelves, and to the windows, you will see a set of 7 trees, each set up to raise money for Milford Advocacy for the Homeless. Martha Geary, who is with the nonprofit, says right now they need the extra funding for supplies like hats and gloves.
It's just super great. You know, I know there's a lot of organizations out there, so we're very grateful that we've been chosen.
The library itself has provided its own safe haven for the homeless community outside of donations, especially on cold winter days, a cause near and dear to staff's hearts.
From just the homeless population that we see coming in or outside the library, and there's a few who we kind of get to know by name, and you know, we get used to letting them into the bathrooms and seeing if they want water or anything that day.
The library has already raised about $1,500 for the nonprofit, but hopes to beat its record of $5,000 from previous years. From groups like the local Boy Scout troop and the Boys and Girls Club, the community lending a hand in making sure everyone has a Merry Christmas.
To cast your vote for your favorite Christmas tree here at the Milford Public Library, you can bring your vote to the library
or you can mail it in. However, the trees will not be up after December 27th. I'm Tori Seagraves in Milford, Coast TV News.
You know, we may not be breaking any record lows, but this cold will still be something to remember. Details on this cold and how long it'll stick around coming up.
Discover Coastal Delaware's ultimate senior living experiences at the lodges of Coastal Delaware. With locations in Rehoboth Beach or Lewis, you can dive into a world of sun, sea, and sand every day. Whether independent living, assisted living, or memory care, here residents enjoy a lively community of friends, laughter, and endless activities. Savor amazing food or grab a drink. The possibilities are endless. Join us and ride the wave of senior living at its finest. No matter the lifestyle you're seeking, we've got options for you.
Uneven concrete at your home or business? It's unsightly and unsafe. Call Morris Masonry, Delmarva's exclusive spray foam systems, concrete leveling, and masonry contractor. Morris injects safe polyurethane to slowly level the slab. It stabilizes the ground below, reducing erosion and settling. Leveling is half the cost of pouring new, and it's done in as little as 1 day. Call Morris Masonry for an expert analysis. No job is too big or too small. They'll fix your front step or even a shopping mall.
Or city sidewalks, or a highway.
From everyone at Bennett Termite and Pest Solutions, we'd like to say thank you for your continued loyalty and faith in us. While we continue to put our best fleet forward, put your feet up and have a well-deserved rest this Christmas. And let every day of the holiday season be filled with joy. And remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Get to Johnny Janosic now for the in-store Holiday Warehouse Mattress Clearance Event. Get our lowest mattress prices of the year on select models and save up to $1,000 with up to 60 months special financing. Find end-of-year savings on Johnny Janosic's signature mattress collection. Plus, get a $200 MasterCard reward card on your purchase of $19.99 or more. Our holiday gift to you for a limited time only at all Johnny Janosic Mattress World locations.
Hi, it's Peter Guida, and on this episode of McQueen Classics, we're going to define what a classic car is. Any car 25 years or older, 1997 and below. So if it's languishing in your garage, we're going to come get it. We're going to turn it into cash. We're going to help you sell it. Seriously, we're going to come get it. It's time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen's. Behind the new Redners on Route 9 in Lewis.
Truthfully, there are colder climates, I'll admit that. But for us, this is a problem, okay? Right now we have temperature of 41 degrees and the winds are out of the west at 3 miles per hour. So that's helpful, but we are going to tumble into the 30s and feel like the 20s pretty efficiently for the rest of the evening. So for this region, that's a bit of a challenge. We're looking very clear right now because we have hardly a cloud in the sky. This high pressure system to our south is doing its job masterfully and keeping the skyline very clear for us. Of course, we're not concerned about any precipitation yet. We will be concerned about it as we go into the weekend. I'm going to get into that in just a moment. But the here and now is dealing with this cold. High pressure clearing the skies and the winds are relatively light. Here's where the temperatures stand right now. We're at 31 in Lewis and in Selbyville. We're at 35 in Greenwood and 34 not only in Milton, but also 34 degrees in Seaford and 32. We're at freezing in Delmar. Now, as far as the winds are concerned, they're now moving out of the west. That's slightly helpful. At least it's not out of the north. But the reason why it feels so uncomfortable is because this is such a dry air. I mean, the dew point temperatures, they're measuring the moisture content in the atmosphere, they're in the teens, okay? So we have a coffee cast. In other words, we're going to need cold. And when I say it's cold, it's even cold in the studio. Cold, okay? And that's coffee. That's not Coca-Cola. All right. So with that being the case, we need for the next dozen hours, is it going to get any better? The answer, unfortunately, is no, especially for the folks that are stuck outside. We're looking for temperatures to stay at freezing or below for the rest of the night. Okay. Clear skies and cold, not changing. You see, tomorrow morning we wake up to 34 degrees, but it's going to feel like 20. We'll have sunshine by tomorrow afternoon, so there's going to be a little bit of a relief there, just ever so slightly. Saturday, a little bit better, although we're going to start off cold again, but Saturday we'll go right back up to the 50s, so that's going to be a little bit helpful, and we'll have more moisture. That's really the breaking point as far as the comfortability is concerned. Now let's talk about the other half of the forecast, and that's a first alert day. We are concerned about stormy weather following the cold starting on Sunday. The rain starts on Sunday, okay? Then we have the center of the storm that's going to walk its way literally right up the East Coast. You see these yellows? They're going to become more dynamic as we get closer. In other words, it's going to get worse with our later model runs. And then it's going to lift to the north. This thing is traveling on a path which will be similar to a nor'easter. That's why I'm concerned about it. And if we've had this relationship for at least 4, almost 5 years, I don't say nor'easter haphazardly. It's going to be very windy and very rainy. So first, foremost, the cold. Temperatures tumbling into the 20s as far as the wind chill factor is concerned, dropping to 30. Tomorrow, starting to thaw out a little bit, 55. Saturday, much milder, nice sunshine too. Saturday's my pick day, nicest day that we're expecting. Now, Sunday's a whole different ball game because they're going to transition over to that stormy weather, even though it's going to be warmer. And then Monday is going to be an ugly, nasty, ugly, bad day. That's about as meteorologically as I can put it.
Guys at home have no idea how much trouble we're all in when the Energizer meteorologist gets caffeine in his body. It's a whole thing. The City of Milford Public Works Department restarted its art school plow painting initiative that began in 2019 and was temporarily discontinued due to COVID-19. The city says 3 plows were deployed to the art programs at Lulu Ross, Mispillion, and Bedecker Elementary Schools. The project had students creating fun art pieces. Look at these. These are great on the plows. According to the city's Streets and Utilities Supervisor, Charles Nordberg, worked with Ms. Kelly Carvajal Hageman, the Milford School District, to organize the work. It all began in September. Next year's effort is going to include the Milford Central Academy and Milford High School art programs.
Well, hey, we love decorating for the holidays. It doesn't have to be your home. It could be a snow plow. Well, take a look at your screen right now. We have this amazing holiday house from Kathy in Long Neck. Thank you for sharing this wonderful Christmas tree. And anything you've decorated, snow plows, houses, your dogs, whatever, send your pictures and videos to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse.
I'd love it if they sent in decorated dogs.
Yeah.
The holiday season is here and the Bless Our Children campaign in full swing. How about this? Already, we've collected over $224,000, and that all helps provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without. But as we know, this year is creating hardship for many more people, and the need for help, it's even larger. Here's a look at some people who've already helped out.
Every holiday season here at Draper Media, we make sure, thanks to you, that every child has a present to open on Christmas morning. We do that through our Bless Our Children campaign and donations cards. These represent those donations. Here's a very special one. This is from the Andreala family in honor of Darlene P. Andreala in Millsboro. And they write specifically, remember, Merry Christmas to all the Draper Media Company and to all the children you will bring a smile to this holiday season. Thank you so much for this beautiful card, the beautiful sentiment, and for the donation. If you want to do the same thing, you can do it at blessourchildren.org.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. In our top game tonight, Laurel and Salisbury School will face off in boys hoops. But first, let's take a look at a matchup in the NHL that may divide Delmarva. Tonight, the Washington Capitals are taking on the Philadelphia Flyers for the first time this season. These squads are fighting to move up in the Metro Division. Right now, the Caps sit at 4th and the Flyers are in 3rd. The Capitals are coming off back-to-back wins versus the Blackhawks and Rangers. On the flip side, the Flyers are looking to rebound after falling to the Predators Tuesday. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. from Philadelphia. In our game of the night, Laurel boys basketball is visiting Salisbury School. The Dragons have a 2-4 record, but they have played a tough schedule so far, which could work in their favor tonight. Salisbury School is coming off a 73-55 win over Gunston, and Tyler Ball had another dominant performance. On the flip side, the Bulldogs are 2-0 after wins over Delmar and Sussex Academy. Laurel had a strong season last year, falling in the second round of the state tournament. Check out this game live now on DSN, and we'll have highlights on the final score at 10:30 p.m. And make sure to download our free DSN app. You can use the camera on your phone to scan this QR code on your screen. Then you'll have access to our local sports content 24/7. That'll do for sports. Have a great night.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergolas, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
Saturday only, it's Johnny Janosic's Beat the Clock sale. Shop 10 to 2 and get 20% off, plus an extra 5% off. 2 to 5, get 15% off, or 10% off after 5. Saturday only, starting at 10 a.m. at Johnny Janosic.
Hard workers agree. The best footwear is essential. Vernon Powell has the support and comfort you need. Brands like Dansko, Carhartt, and Timberland Pro, plus expert advice and that Vernon Powell fit. Shop Vernon Powell in Salisbury and Rehoboth.
What you got there, Bill?
Something to make the holidays brighter. I want you to be able to get the new roof you need and still enjoy Christmas without any worries. So All Exteriors is offering no payments and no interest for 12 months. Plus, after dozens of requests, what people really want for Christmas is one last chance to get free gutters with roofing or siding.
Call All Exteriors for a same-day or Saturday appointment to get a thorough inspection and an on-the-spot quote. Call All Exteriors now.
Saturday only, it's Johnny Janosic's Beat the Clock sale. Shop 10 to 2 and get 20% off, plus an extra 5% off. 2 to 5, get 15% off, or 10% off after 5. Saturday only, starting at 10 a.m. at Johnny Janosic.
Feel the magic of the season as you wander your way through an immersive winter wonderland at Ocean City, Maryland's Winterfest of Lights. Let imagination flourish at Northside Park with thousands of twinkling lights and larger-than-life animated Christmas scenes. Sip hot chocolate, snap a photo with Santa, and enjoy the array of holiday exhibits under the illuminating holiday lights. Find your magic at Winterfest of Lights, an Ocean City, Maryland family tradition. Open November 16th through December 31st. Get tickets at oceocean.com or Northside Park.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
And we're going to see you again later this evening for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great night.